Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Hey, we're checking out another Petrified Fish knife. Pretty cool. Now, actually the folks at Petrified Fish contacted me here a while back and said, hey, we would like to send you a knife for review. You guys know I reviewed the Beluga, the Raptor. I purchased them from their website. And then out of the blue, they hit me up and said, hey, we'd like to send you one to check out. Very good. So this is what they sent. This is the PFE01 Eddy. Now, you can already tell it's going to have a pretty wicked cleaver style blade on it. I mean, you can just look at it sitting there on the table and go, wow. But yeah, definitely. So what do we have in the Eddy? Well, you got G10 scales, and as you can tell, you got some wild cutouts. Not only in the liner, but in the scales themselves. So you've definitely got some weight reduction going on. We can tell that right off the bat. Do have a lanyard too, most definitely. You can see there, it is a flipper. It's about half open. You've got a G10 back spacer here. Deep carry pocket clip. No recessed pocket clip screws on this one, but you do have plenty of room. That clip does stand up pretty well, so no real issues there. It is right hand tip up carry only. There you go. You got the PF, P period, F period on the pivot. And as Nelly would say, that's the perfect place. She likes it when they bling the pivot. Man, that girl. Anyway, back to the knife. You know, overall fit and finish, guys. Everything seems to be chamfered really well, done really well. No sticky spots, no real spots of contention at all. It's done pretty darn well. Get a good, pretty close look up at it. Now your pivots do stand just a little proud of your scales. Screws, as you can see, they are recessed in the body. So that one could be recessed a little bit more. This one is recessed pretty well. So overall, not too bad. Again, yeah, that one's a little proud as well. Not too bad. Not too bad overall. But as I said, you've got some wicked weight reduction going on there. Now, we'll definitely talk about that here in a little bit. As you can see, it is a flipper. It does have some jimping. Jimping is okay. It catches your finger pretty well. Centering, yeah. We'll call that pretty good. Now, it is riding on bearings. Detent, it's a little light, as you can see there. When it broke, it didn't rock it out, but it still broke and went all the way. You give it a good flip, and it will definitely come out. Now, there you go. You can see that is a wicked cleaver blade. And it, when I say wicked, I actually was showing this to one of my friends at work, and he got it right there. that spot bit him. I don't know how he did it, but it just like, it would doop right in his finger. Had a little blood spot and everything. So yeah, it is, it's pretty darn sharp. Now, you got that, they call it sandblasted slash, or bead blast slash stonewashed on that blade. The finish looks pretty darn good. Try not to blind you there. But overall, it doesn't look too bad. I'm digging the look of that blade. Not a whole lot of marking. There you go. PFE01, and it's K110 steel, guys. That's what they're using for this one. Does have a pretty generous forward finger choil. Now, like I said, that's getting you to that danger zone that got my buddy. But yeah, you can definitely choke up on it, get a good grip. I mean, I don't have overly large hands, and it's not an overly large knife, but I can definitely get that thumb out there. I've got wicked control of this knife, this blade, so I can do some pretty interesting stuff. Now, I will tell you, as far as rope cutting, at work, I didn't do a whole lot, but I did some, and it actually worked pretty well with this kind of sweeping motion of the cleaver style blade. Decent belly on it, so it actually worked pretty well, even though your cutting edge is, well, we'll get our specs and we'll talk about that. But your cutting edge isn't really long, but with that belly and that kind of sweeping point, it does pretty well. So overall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're pushing right about 7 1/4. Overall, 4¼ inch handle, which is going to give you right about a 3-inch blade. Now your cutting edge is going to be more like 2 3/4. So a little bit shorter on the cutting edge, but like I said, that belly and that sweeping to the point actually worked out pretty well for me. Doing the old rope cutting at work. Grip length, that's where we're at. So you do have a short grip length, about 3¼ inches. So my hand just fits in there. So those of you with larger hands than you're probably going to start to be, because you can see there, I'm right on the edge. I'm pretty much right on the ragged edge, but my hand fits in there really well. It's no issues whatsoever as far as that goes. So let's get our size comparisons. Well, let's do the bug out first, because it's going to be the closest, and it should be pretty close. Overall, looks like the handle of the Eddy might be just, it's pretty close. It's really close. And then the blade, looks like the Eddy's got it. That little sweeping point there on the cleaver does come out just a little bit further than your bug out. Make sure we're pivot to pivot. Yeah, it's close. It's right there. And then, of course, we'll throw out the old PM2. Just as a comparison. Now, we might actually have a knife that's taller than the PM2. We usually don't, but yeah, as far as blade height and stuff goes, it actually might be a little bit taller. And handle, too. It's right there. So, but PM2's got it by overall length. So, let's get a weight. I'll be honest with you guys, this is like my second review tonight. Feeling really good. Feeling really good. 128 grams. 4.5 ounces. So it does have a little bit of weight. So it's good that we definitely have that weight reduction going on. Because if we didn't, we'd probably be pushing over 5 ounces. Easy. It doesn't really feel that heavy in hand, though. You know, it doesn't carry 4.5 ounces. I mean, it's got weight. So I guess that clip definitely disappears in the pocket with that deep carry clip. Good retention. Really good retention. Easy in, easy out of the pocket. No real issues there. Now, carrying, obviously, in the carry, depending on how it sits, with this cleaver style blade, it's going to push it out into the pocket a little bit more. So, you know, that's the one thing I find, obviously, when you're, we'll compare profiles there. This is definitely going to have a much larger pocket profile when carrying. Did it bother me? No, not really. You know, I don't carry a whole lot in that pocket other than my knife. So it's kind of a moot point, honestly. But just something to keep in mind. The overall, guys, it seems to be finished really well, fit and finish wise. We're doing pretty good there. The one thing I will say about the overall design and when we're holding it in hand is, personally, I'm not overly crazy about the large cutouts in the G10. I can get a good grip. That's not an issue. It actually kind of helps with the grip. But the feel, I'm not, aesthetically, I'm not overly crazy about the big holes that go all the way through the knife. That's just me. And kind of the feel in hand, it's not sharp. It's not uncomfortable. Weird. That's the only way I can describe it. It's just, it's like, wait a minute, there's nothing there. And then, okay, there it is. That's kind of where I'm at with it, guys. The pocket clip, not bad. Not bad. I can feel it a little bit. And, I was concerned there about that turned up edge. That's really not an issue at all. It feels pretty darn good in hand. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. And if you don't care about how that feels in hand, then there's no issue at all. Really, like I said, the detent, it's maybe a little light. There we go. Okay. I did it, finally. It is a little light, but you get it a decent flip, and it's definitely a light switch. It's not a push button. Definitely a light switch. So, little light on the detent. But that's probably my biggest thing right there, is the large cutouts in the blade. Aesthetically and feel in hand, it's not quite me. You know, it's not quite my thing. Everything else, the knife seems to be built well. Action is pretty good, other than, like I said, that slightly light detent. And then, yeah, you know, the little bit larger pocket profile. But you're going to find that in a cleaver blade. That's just kind of, it goes with the territory. We're saying, overall, guys, we're probably going to give it a 7. Solid. Yeah, it's solid. There's no lock rock. There's no blade play. Everything is really built solid. It's just kind of the aesthetic and the feel of those holes in the handle that just kind of, it's not really doing it for me. It's just got a different feel that I'm, not overly crazy about. The build of the knife is good. If you like cleavers and the holes don't bother you, well then, hey, there you go. Might be one for you. This guy sells for like $44 on Petrified Fish's website. Now, you can find Petrified Fish knives on White Mountain Knives. I didn't look to see if this one's on there. I probably should have, but I didn't. But if you go on there and you're looking for Petrified Fish knives, guys, don't forget our good buddy KC. He has a discount code at White Mountain Knives. Code is KnivesFast. Saves you 10%. So, yeah. Go check it out. If you're looking at finding Petrified Fish knives, go check them out at White Mountain Knives. You can always order them off the Petrified Fish website. They do come straight from China, so they do take a little bit longer to get here. But, if you're willing to wait, not really a big issue. So, there you go, guys. 7 overall, $44-ish knife. Not bad. Let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. I'd be really interested in hearing your thoughts on the PFE01 Eddy from Petrified Fish. Always appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, like, subscribe, and leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.